Closing out WrestleMania 30 by appearing in my first ever WrestleMania main event? It's a hell of a start to this alternative timeline. In a world as absolutely chaotic as WWE, calling future shots is nearly impossible. You could win Money in the Bank, you call your shot for a match down the line, and then get taken out by injury. Your best friend might turn on you right as you're about to claim tag team gold. The best laid plans, at least in WWE, often go astray. But in 2015, something swept through WWE that I know would have piqued my interest. After capturing the United States Championship from Rusev at WrestleMania 31, John Cena would hold the US Open Challenge each week on Raw. Names like Sami Zayn, Big E, Rusev, Cody Rhodes, and Seth Rollins all answered the call and gave it their best shot. With the history shared between myself and John, you're nuts if you think I wouldn't have accepted that challenge. I'd have waited a couple months, maybe with a slight hope that Cena would start to feel the fatigue that comes with weekly title defenses. But once summer hit, that's when I'd start getting ready. Like, say, July 27th, 2015, when the music for John Cena's opponent hits. What if that night? What if CM Punk walked through that curtain? Would I take another championship from a shell-shocked Cena? Or would my name join the rest of those who failed to take him down? It's up to you, really. Can John Cena turn back another challenge? Or will CM Punk be crowned the new United States champion? Create the moment that you want to last forever.
Week after week, Cena's US Open Challenge has been can't miss TV, but tonight is the biggest defense yet. CM Punk attempting to win his very first US title. It's really the only major title he's never held.
Well, with that in mind, it really does feel like there's even more on the line here than just the US title. The anti-authority versus the face of WWE. This is a clash of epic proportions.
Yeah, and I think Punk's trying to send a message to everyone here tonight. If he doesn't get what he deserves, he'll simply take it.
Perched up top, through the air, and connects.
A true sight to behold, only made better by that picture-perfect landing.
Cena has to be feeling pretty confident with the champion's advantage on his side here.
Yeah, but you better believe that's only going to add fuel to the fire for Punk. This isn't just about what the U.S. title would mean to him. This is about dismantling Cena and proving once again that he's a better competitor than the franchise.
Follows it up with a short arm clothesline.
And Punk is really putting the pressure on.
Punk's technical prowess is proving hard to handle for Cena here.
The John Cena US Open Challenge has already given so many opportunities to up-and-coming talent in WWE. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, even Bad News Barrett.
And this is just classic John Cena. And oh, the gas ran out on him in a hurry there.
He answers right back.
Looking for the Hurricane Rana.
Into an uppercut.
Dropping the knee.
Forced into the corner and needs to stay on the defensive. I'm just going to ask this.
Double leg takedown. Got the shoulders down.
For the title.
The champion doing everything to retain here.
Gets the shoulder up after one there.
Keeping a loss at bay for now. A show of absolute disrespect from the challenger. I don't know if you want to poke the bear like that.
And Cena retaliates. What a display of strength here.
Just smashing the face hard there.
Stop to the gut.
Oh dear, this doesn't look good.
Alley-oop. Turns that back on Cena.
You cannot understate how much of a mental advantage Punk has in this one. The best in the world is known for a long time he was going to answer John Cena's call tonight. But Cena, he just found out a few minutes ago.
Punk having the mental advantage is always troublesome to an opponent, but I speak from experience when I say that no matter how much the deck is stacked against John Cena, he will find a way to overcome the odds. He's called Big Match John for a reason.
Oh, look at this, just cranking the head. That's gotta hurt. Spinning kick to the gut.
John Cena's been holding open challenges for nearly 4 months. Week in and week out, he's told the locker room, if you want some, come get some.
And many have taken some, even if none of those challenges have yet to pry that title from Cena's hands. You've got to think that Cena is not at 100% given the caliber of competition he's requesting each week. I believe CM Punk has the highest odds yet for a competitor who has answered this call.
An uninterrupted surge against Cena here.
Yeah, you can just tell that Punk's outthinking Cena right now. Flying. Gets the knees up. Incredible wherewithal.
Counter. Saw it coming.
Oh, we know what's coming.
Uses an elbow to disrupt that attack.
Advanced disaster with an elbow in the midsection.
Has him in the corner, thinking of the next move. Cena reaching deep into his bag of tricks for that springboard stunner.
Time to go for a ride. Bang! What a move.
Punk crafting an attack. Uh-oh. Countered into a backdrop. Getting back to his feet, trying to fight on, but it might be too late. Look out!
Suicide dive!
Turning themselves into a missile.
And hitting the drop zone. Dead center. Gets lifted into position. Oh my goodness. Face right into the barricade. And he throws the opposition back into the ring. Boom! Good defense.
Punk's had enough. He's looking to end this here.
Go to sleep.
This may be the challenger's moment.
Climbing up to the top. Looking to go high risk.
Top rope. Elbow drop connects.
Punk hit him hard. Cena might be in trouble right now.
What's it going to take to end it? It might be this.
Boom! GTS. Could that be enough to gain the title?
From the heavens.
And CM Punk is leaving no breathing room here.
Punk's hard-hitting offense has Cena off balance.
We all knew this was going to be a historic matchup, but this is beyond anyone's expectations.
I don't care who you're rooting for tonight, Cena and Punk have given us everything they've got here. Put in the corner now. That didn't look good for Cena at all. And now the aftermath is painted on his face. Counters and counters. Each superstar looking dialed in. One counter met by another. Locks in the gut wrench. Suplex.
So many times, the men who answered the open challenge have faced this exact situation where Cena turns on the heat, and Punk is no different. What a clothesline!
Both competitors showing they've studied the other's playbooks to the team. Punk's got him lined up. This could be Cena's last night as champion. CM Punk,
Cena looking to close this one out. Here it comes. The end of Cena, and Cena's in control.
And it is purely academic at this point, as the champ surely knows now.
It is beyond electric in here. This energy is on another level.
A little cockiness here from Punk.
a knee. Lights out.
And Cena with the wherewithal to counter.
Just a face-crushing reversal. And CM Punk looking for support from the crowd.
And Punk gets countered there.
Great job refocusing to reverse that. Ooh, like meeting a brick wall there.
Punk is about to be in a world of pain if the submission gets locked in. And he very quickly counters. Oh, what a clubbing blow.
A string of counters. Mongolian chop.
Hooked up. Punk scaling the turnbuckles.
Punk about to take flight. Oh, he lands hard.
Taking flight only to find nobody home at ringside. What a disastrous miscalculation. Been driven down with Emerald Flosion.
His core clearly the offensive focus right now.
Five-knuckle shuffle.
Powerful offense from Cena. Punk's US Open chances. Cena now effortlessly lifts his opponent.
Answers with an inverted DDT. That can turn this around.
Target locked in. He knows it's that time.
Arm wringer applied, getting cracked, but a good old-fashioned punch to the mouth breaks it. This has been an absolutely career-defining match for these competitors tonight. Punk sidesteps out of that.
Hooked up. DDT. I don't like the looks of this. His head has taken the brunt of the offense tonight.
Yeah, and head trauma is always something.
Perched up top.
Good Lord. Taking flight.
Betting it all on a daring leap from the top.
And it paid off for the moment. Now it's time to capitalize.
And Punk is looking to the crowd for some support. Getting sent to the turnbuckles.
Punk goes to the jaw with a running knee.
Into a bulldog.
He has no idea the danger he's in right now.
Whoa, just floating through the air.
Climbing to the top. What's he have in store?
Oh, yeah, from the top.
Diving elbow.
And Punk now lifting his opponent up. A back go to sleep. Can we have a new champ after that?
Going for the cover. Somehow he kicked out.
And this is why they are the champ. The ability to... Opponent lifted up. Great in-ring IQ on display there.
Being placed onto the top rope.
This is not going to be nice. This is going to be nasty.
It's all about winning, no matter what it takes. Superplex.
Cena's getting dominated.
John Cena
To be crowned champion.
and new US champion CM Punk.
Adding another classic encounter with John Cena is always the right call, and answering that U.S. Open challenge is something I know I would have done if I was around for it. I also know exactly what my plan would have been at the start of 2016. Now, as you may recall, it was at the Royal Rumble that year where AJ Styles finally made his WWE debut.
The phenomenal one is here! AJ Styles!
It's one of those moments where it felt like time stood still. Everyone trying to come to grips with the fact that, yes, AJ Styles is now in WWE. His arrival opened the door for a litany of dream matches. And in that time, he's made many of them happen, battling top names brave enough to step up to him. And you better believe that if I was here, I would have walked to the ring that very first Raw after the Royal Rumble, and I would have set down the challenge. CM Punk, AJ Styles, WrestleMania 32. AJ and I have traveled many of the same roads in our respective careers, but unfortunately, they never led us to having a proper one-on-one matchup in WWE. I respect AJ. He's another wrestler that made his name his way.
Since 1998, this man has competed all over the world.
I've earned the right to be here in the WWE.
Getting the chance to be his first WrestleMania opponent, it's too good to pass up. As usual, it's up to you. Do you want to prove to be the best? Or is being phenomenal more to your speed? They don't want none? Oh, believe me, I want it all.
And this one should be a classic for the ages. Truly a dream match in every sense of the word. On the biggest stage in all of sports entertainment, WrestleMania.
Dream match is honestly just scratching the surface of how big this match is. There's been a professional rivalry between these two men spanning multiple promotions and continents. But tonight, it all finally comes to a head with the biggest spotlight imaginable.
We know Punk can handle the pressure, but can Styles? Shoulders down, pinning predicament. Gets his shoulder up right before two.
And he's got plenty of fight left in him, clearly.
I've been very fortunate to have faced off with both of these men earlier in their careers. I've spent time with each of them outside of the ring, and I can tell you that they both have a chip on their shoulder tonight. They're excited to be competing against one another for sure, but both men believe they should be in the main event of this show every year.
Given the immense in-ring talent, I can fully believe it, and I fully expect both men to earn a main event spot at some point in the future. But right now, CM Punk and AJ Styles will have to settle for stealing the show this year.
Overwhelming offense now from Punk.
And at this pace, Punk's not going to let Styles get his bearings anytime soon.
Oh, and maneuvering into the top wrist lock.
Oh, vicious body shot. CM Punk has long considered himself an outcast. Most folks would have pegged him as a long shot to succeed in WWE. And once he arrived, he was never expected to be the main event competitor he is today.
You could say much the same about AJ Styles, Corey. Remember, the first time the world got to see AJ Styles, he was busting his hump in WCW's Cruiserweight division during that company's dying days, while the main eventers collected the paychecks.
Both men spent much of their finding their way out of this position will create separation. It pulls off the reversal. Quick thinking that time.
While the fight has officially reached our announce table, I'm just going to stay to the side.
Face first. Setting up. And wait a second. Interesting turn of events here.
Now he just released.
Trying off. And he decides to let his opponent out of the hold.
Might have felt like he was losing a grip and didn't want the opposition to counter out of the submission.
And he tosses him back in now.
CM Punk and AJ Styles are both absolute geniuses when it comes to in-ring IQ. Both have great striking and submission skills as well. But the outlying categories will be what defines this match.
I'm with you 100% on that, Corey.
Lift off.
Oh, a soul-crushing splash.
And AJ only finds himself on the defensive.
Yeah, CM Punk's making clear that the time for pleasantry.
Top rope.
Bullseye with the elbow.
Consecutive high-risk maneuvers, and the pace of this match has certainly picked up.
CM Punk looking to end things here.
sustain. That's AJ Styles here.
Punk took his best shot, gave him everything he had, but just couldn't get the pin. Strong counter from Punk.
Connected hard with the calf kick.
And CM Punk is in control.
Punk is determined right now.
And hold on, are we looking at the prelude to the end of it all? Check out the springboard.
Oh, like a projectile, right on target.
Chopping down the tree, right at the trunk. Well-placed knees to the hamstring.
Knee strike connects. Direct and brutal impact. CM Punk turning his attention to the WWE Universe now.
Oh, and he stops that offense. AJ isn't taking this lion down anymore.
Styles hoping to start a rush.
CM Punk hoists his opponent. Gone to sleep.
Is it enough to put Styles away?
2. And Punk gets the big win over Styles.
Here is your winner,
An honest dream match for any era, and you made it happen. That's the power of Showcase. I've said it repeatedly that it's impossible for me to predict a hypothetical scenario with precision, but I have to believe that if I was here in 2019, I would have done anything to get to the front of the line to be Kurt Angle's final opponent at WrestleMania 35.
He has held every title imaginable. European champion, Intercontinental champion, 6-time world champion.
Not many people know this, but when I first joined the ECW brand in 2006, Kurt Angle was my goal. He'd found new life with the brand, leaning into the extreme side of things, mauling his opponents with a reinvigorated approach to the ground and pound offense. But those dreams would go unrealized with Kurt leaving WWE only about a month after my arrival. I could see it all in my head, though. Kurt comes out on Raw to announce that he'll be retiring at WrestleMania. With the crowd already shocked, Kurt goes to announce his opponent, only I wouldn't give him that chance. See, I really don't care who Kurt's chosen, because as I'd say to Kurt's face, I've chosen Kurt to be my opponent at WrestleMania 35. If Kurt wins, he gets to go out on top. But when I get the win, Kurt at least had the chance to go out on a shield against an opponent willing to push him to his limits. Kurt's retirement will happen one way or another, but it's up to you to decide who will be standing at the top of the winner's podium and who will have to settle for a silver medal when I collide with Kurt Angle at WrestleMania 35.
At long last, Kurt Angle and CM Punk face off inside a WWE ring and on the biggest stage here at WrestleMania. Kurt Angle is set to retire tonight, and CM Punk jumped at the chance to be the one to send him off into the sunset.
I know Punk respects Angle, but this could also be a career-defining moment for Punk. Can the best in the world put the Olympic gold medalist on the shelf for good in a submission match?
We'll find out right here. CM Punk said he loves Kurt, but he'll not be sorry to put Kurt Angle down for good.
Oh, what an axe handle.
CM Punk has been talking out of both sides of his mouth lately, praising Angle while also saying how much of a joy.
Blast off!
Whoa! Cross body!
Face first.
Setting up. And for some reason, he just broke his own submission hold.
Oof, running knee in the corner.
Any advice for CM Punk here? Taking out a gifted technician like Kurt Angle?
Look, Punk's no slouch when it comes to holds and technical abilities, but let's be clear, he's not on Angle's level. That means Punk really needs from the top.
Diving double axe handle.
Big elbow.
I talked to Punk earlier today, and he said he fully expects Angle to be a step quicker than he's been recently. A little more intense, the Kurt Angle of old.
Fitting American sports analogy here for an American hero. Gents, correct me if I'm wrong, it's like a legendary baseball player taking his final swings at the plate. He may not have much left, but he still may hit a home run.
Very true, Wade. You said that correctly. I'm very proud of the American that you've become.
And for Kurt Angle, you can't remain as great as you once were, but you can be great one more time.
Gets caught by the exploder. We might need to consider relocating soon.
Yeah, this fight's getting closer and closer to our table. Getting raided with a succession of strikes.
And again, stipulation for this match is a submission match. You can only win by tapping your opponent out.
And it was a very nice gesture from CM Punk to request this for the last match in the career of a submission specialist like Kurt Angle.
Come on, Corey. Nothing virtuous about that decision. All just part of Punk's mind games. Punk wants to play Angle's game and be able to say that he beat him at it.
No, it's a sign of sportsmanship. It's like an olive branch being extended. Punk's allowing this match to be like a home game of sorts for her.
Counter by CM Punk. Oh, to the arm. Terrible.
Snap with a devastating maneuver. Kick directly to the back.
Despite what has transpired leading to tonight, there's a level of respect that CM Punk has for Kurt Angle. Punk might even have love for Angle, but Punk will not be sorry about beating Kurt in his final match.
There's all this talk about the storybook ending, the beautiful button on the career for Kurt Angle, a big win at WrestleMania. Think of what this would do for CM Punk. Think about what's driving Punk.
Punk now lifting his opponent up and back.
The go to sleep GTS from Punk.
Will that sew this up for Punk? Attacking the hamstring with knee strikes.
Oh, that'll weaken your arm. Crank in the head.
And no matter how we got here, this is a match that people have been wanting to see. The Olympic gold medalist taking on the best in the world. A match that can propel both men's legacies even further.
And CM Punk's maintaining the advantage now.
Punk is managing to out-wrestle Kurt freaking Angle.
Into a sleeper hold. Oh, and a neck breaker. Boom, and he manages to reverse. Kurt looking to get back in this.
Could be the table turner Kurt desperately needed. Scoop slam sets things up.
Look at the eyes, piercing daggers right now.
Bang! Crucial counter there. He's got him close.
Powerbomb position.
But shots to the head quickly put a stop to that.
All these counters, it's like they're in each other's minds. Hooked up.
Ooh, using the sharp point of the elbow.
I think we know what he's thinking, and it's not going to be nice. Check out the springboard. Lariat.
Reversal after reversal. These two are ready for each other. Punk now locking in the Anaconda vice grip, and that is cinched in tight.
After everything he's been through.
Kneeing his way out. And he's free.
Turns that back.
Angle just punishing his opponent here and slaps.
He forces the break by getting to the ropes.
Ooh, kick finds it. The fireworks just keep coming from Punk and Angle. Neither man is backing down at all here. What a show this has been.
Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
Arm wringer.
Right hand will counter.
That was inventive.
He's faltering, slowly getting up.
I understand getting yourself fired up, but he needs to stay on his opponent. Oh, square shot with the back elbow.
Opponent lifted up. Jaw, meet knee. Go to sleep. Will Angle recover?
And more attacks landing again.
CM Punk looking to end it, cinching in the Anaconda Vice. That's it.
The submission was just too much to handle.
Here is your winner, CM Punk.
This was one to remember.
Maybe it's only in an alternative timeline, but I'll take the advantage of any opportunity to share the ring with Kurt Angle, win or lose. And as far as what happens if I stay in WWE, there's one more match I'll always wish for. Working with him, even if it was only briefly when he joined the new Nexus, made it abundantly clear to me that he would accomplish anything if he ever committed himself to it. A return to NXT gave him that chance, and soon Bray Wyatt and the Wyatt family were the talk of the wrestling world. They arrived on the main roster, terrorizing any superstar that got in their way.
And Bray Wyatt calmly watches as his family members dismantle Punk.
That included me. And while I have a match at the 2013 Survivor Series that on paper says was against the Wyatt family, it didn't have Bray Wyatt in it. I never got to compete against him once he realized his potential. I would have loved to have The Fiend set his sights on me. The Fiend took wrestling places it had never been before by taking his opponents places they had never been before. If I had my way, I'd take on The Fiend at WrestleMania 37. And I'd look for solace in the one place that I know to be the great equalizer: Hell in a Cell. He was once in a lifetime. I'm thankful for the time we did have together. But until we meet again, we'll make it happen here in my showcase. CM Punk against The Fiend at WrestleMania. You can choose who you'll control. But once that door closes, there's no telling what will happen.
You can just feel how much tension is in the air here at WrestleMania. CM Punk facing possibly his biggest challenge to date.
There's really no telling what we're about to witness here with The Fiend. We've already seen a lot of diabolical mind games, and I'm sure those are far from over.
This match is going to change Punk forever. Whether he wins or loses, he'll never be the man he was before he entered the cell tonight. Just over a year ago, at WrestleMania 36, The Fiend competed in one of the most unorthodox matches in WrestleMania history, the Firefly Funhouse match. He took John Cena on a journey of mental anguish and brutal self-reflection before beating down the franchise and pinning him in the center of the ring. I don't think Cena will ever be the same if we ever see him again.
Should The Fiend look to repeat his masterclass of mind games, it'll be interesting to see how it works on Punk. On one hand, Punk can handle the most extreme mental warfare, but the Firefly Funhouse is where skeletons of a superstar's past are exhumed. Wyatt has plenty of history to pull from when it comes to CM Punk. If he can find the right parts of Punk's psyche to target, he may be able to once again decimate a surefire Hall of Famer on the grandest stage of them all.
This has to be such an uneasy feeling for Punk right into the pin. Can he get him here? He's able to kick out before two. Not yet. Boom. Both of these men have had cult-like followings in the WWE locker room, but tonight is purely a one-on-one battle.
For a multitude of reasons, not the least of which is the gargantuan cell surrounding the ring. It's nearly impenetrable.
And neither man seems to welcome any allies at this point. The Fiend's transformation seems to have shed any vestiges of being a family leader. And with a match of this magnitude, I don't think Punk wants anyone at his side. Punk wants to prove he can overcome The Fiend without any help.
Big impact. Punk wasting no motion on the counter.
He's in a very bad spot, totally out of it. Check out the springboard.
With a lariat. That gets reversed on CM Punk.
Something that should not get lost in all of this chaos. Before he was The Fiend, before he was Bray Wyatt, the man under that mask was actually a follower of CM Punk.
Yet shortly before Bray Wyatt found his way, he was part of CM Punk's new Nexus under a different name. You have to wonder if whatever's left of Bray's psyche under that mask still has some respect for Punk. If so, I wonder if the best in the world can somehow use that to gain a mental advantage.
Now to the ring, to the confines of the chain link enclosure.
And he doesn't even need to swing that kendo stick that hard to inflict a ton of pain. And he's able to avoid that offense.
Neck breaker. Picture perfect.
CM Punk looking to turn out the lights.
Got to sleep.
Outlook is bad for the Fiend. CM Punk from the top rope.
CM Punk connects.
Shoulders down. This could be it. Kicks out.
Are we sure the shoulder was up? That was so close. What's it going to take to end it? It might be this. Down with a GTS. Is it the finishing touch Punk needs?
2. CM Punk beats the Fiend.
Here is your winner, CM Punk!
I don't know how on earth Punk was able to do it, but he's standing victorious over the Fiend here tonight.
Yeah, but does he really think this will be the end of the nightmares? I think it's just the beginning.
That's a nightmare that can wait until Punk goes to bed tonight. For now, he's just happy to defeat this monster on the grandest stage of them all.
An honor to know him, to have worked with him, and to get one more chance to share the ring with him. Rest in power forever, Bray Wyatt. It's been quite the experience as the focal point of WWE2K26 Showcase. We've revisited great wins, received a second chance at painful losses, created dream matches that I thought would forever elude me, and even attempted to provide a glimpse at what WWE would have looked like had I stayed. It's been a true privilege. Before we put a bow on it all, I'd like to ask Slingshot Technology for one final match. A match that lives as large as my biggest dreams. The opportunity to team with the best tag team partner in the world, my wife, AJ Lee. 3-time Divas champion, had WWE wrapped around her finger from the moment she arrived. Skilled in the ring and potent on the microphone.
The greatest Divas champion of all time. Me!
Remind you of anybody? She even dropped a pipe on of her own.
I have done more in 1 year than all of you have done in your entire collective careers.
A true revolutionary, AJ Lee deserves as much credit for the women's revolution and evolution as anyone, as she fought for every second of television time to lay the groundwork needed to push women's wrestling further than it had ever been before. And since she returned to WWE this past September,
AJ Lee! CM Punk's wife is here after a decade!
she's been helping remind everybody just how damn great she really is. Now, I'm sure there are people out there saying, but you've teamed with her before. And this is true, but that doesn't change the facts. And the facts are that anytime I get to team up with my wife, it's always a dream come true. Across the ring from us, I can only see WWE's resident it couple, The Miz and Maurice. Miz and I have had our issues through the years. That's hardly a secret. But while we don't see eye to eye on many things, I still appreciate what him and his wife have accomplished in their careers. And it would be an honor to attempt to take the it couple label off them and put it on two people who have proven to move the needle, CM Punk and AJ Lee. So let's close this showcase out in style. You've done incredible work to get this far, and now we'll let you choose how it all comes to an end. Miz and Maurice will want to turn in a performance so awesome that it stops us in our tracks. But let's be real here. This world belongs to punks like me and the missus.
And this should be one hell of a tag team match. The brash CM Punk and AJ Lee taking on the cocky Miz and Maurice. Two teams, not just in this matchup, but in life as well, who couldn't be more different from one another.
It's that blue-collar, scratch-and-claw mentality versus the mentality of having the spotlight in only the finest things in life. Really, it's a tale as old as time.
CM Punk and AJ Lee truly don't like the Miz and Maurice, and believe me, the feeling is mutual. Now all four of these superstars have the chance to let those feelings out in a good old-fashioned tag team match player.
Maurice is mostly known today for her reality TV work, but it's easy to forget that she was one of the most dominant competitors of the Divas era.
That she was, Michael Cole. Maurice was the first woman to ever hold the Divas title on more than one occasion, and for the majority of the title's history, she was the longest reigning title holder at 211 days.
But that record was surpassed by the other woman in this match, AJ Lee. So not only is AJ Lee a better competitor in the women's division, she's a better diva too.
A lot of variables at play in this intergender tag match. All four competitors have been subject to mixed tag rules before, where the men could only fight the men and vice versa. But tonight, intergender fighting is allowed.
And I know both Maurice and AJ Lee have that chip on their shoulder. Maurice has always looked down on CM Punk and would love nothing more than hurting the best in the world. Let's not forget that AJ Lee used to be general manager of Raw, where Miz was a constant nuisance. Now she can let her frustration out without any fear of professional retribution.
AJ Lee recently making her WWE return after a decade away. She spent that time becoming a best-selling author, a TV and movie producer, and getting herself back in the proper mental state to compete again. Seems to have worked as she instantly reinserted herself into the main event scene.
And that has to eat at Maurice a bit. Don't get me wrong, Maurice has had some major matches since her retirement, but the vast majority of them have been at the side of her husband. I wonder if we see Maurice put a bit more effort to take command of this match tonight to prove that she can get back to the top of the women's division all by herself.
And one more reversal. Talk about evenly matched here. The list of accolades for Punk and AJ may be a smidge longer. Their in-ring skills may be a smidge higher. But there's one aspect of this that the It couple has over their opponents tonight, and it's the most vital one. Experience.
As much as it pains me to agree there, Wade, you're right. Miz and Maurice have stood in the ring against some of the top power couples in wrestling at some of the biggest PLEs in WWE history, including Royal Rumble and WrestleMania.
And for as long as Punk and AJ have known each other off-screen, they've only tagged together for a few brief matches on Raw. Training together is one thing, competing together is another. Punk and AJ are going to have to be fast learners tonight.
Right hand after right hand, this is ugly. Punk has said on multiple occasions that he doesn't respect The Miz or how he got his start in WWE. I'm sure AJ Lee feels the same about Maurice.
Punk and Lee got into WWE the traditional way, by competing on the independent circuit for years and paying their dues, while Miz and Maurice took the reality route via Tough Enough and Diva Search, respectively.
Well, as a man who put in years of training, but also won the first season of NXT, the truth of the matter is that a real WWE superstar will take any opportunity given to them.
The cover for the win. Kicks out of the pinfall attempt.
Not a single step closer to the end here.
AJ Lee is her own woman and can fight her own battles, but we've seen in the past that CM Punk will defend his family with every fiber of his being. The Miz, on the other hand, sometimes he makes his wife fight his battles. Hides behind his wife when the fight intensifies.
That's because Miz and Maurice are an equal unit. Why should the man always hold the door open? Or the ring ropes, for that matter.
You call it being equal? I just think Miz can be a chicken sometimes. Breaker after the float over.
That was pretty.
Devastating elbow strike. You know what? I'm just going to say it. I believe CM Punk is jealous of The Miz.
Come on, Wade, jealous? Miz is a Grand Slam champion, sure, but Punk has accomplished even more in WWE.
We can compare resumes all day, Cole, but consider this. Everything Punk wanted to do, Miz did first. Miz joined the main roster first. Miz was the face of WWE first. Miz was doing the late-night talk show circuit first. Miz main evented WrestleMania first, and after tonight, Miz will have won their first intergen
From the top, diving senton! She decides to tag out. CM Punk headed to the top rope.
From the top rope.
Flying elbow drop.
Struck with a calf kick.
Placing him in the corner.
Quick tag in the corner. Now some double team offense incoming. From the top rope, diving elbow drop. And unfortunately for the It couple, CM Punk and AJ Lee.
No. Suicide dive!
A huge risk, but an even bigger reward.
Victory roll.
There it is. Punk and AJ get the win.
Here are your winners, AJ Lee and CM Punk.
In what may be one of the most emotional wins of their collective careers, CM Punk and AJ Lee proved themselves tonight. For Lee, she proved she deserves to be back on top of the women's division after a long hiatus. For Punk, he proved he's the true face of WWE. And even though his biggest battles were on his own, and Punk famously said that he's not here to make friends, this industry is what gave him what matters most, his family.
CM Punk has had so many knives put in his back, so many acrimonious splits. When it comes to those who ride for Punk, he will stand by their side.
Truly, truly fantastic. Facing a litany of all-time WWE greats, crossing through time and space itself, testing out new technology, we've experienced a showcase like no other and had a huge part in how it all ended up. How does it feel? What are you even talking into? I'm not holding a microphone, man. You gamers are weird, you know that? The classics never get old. Seriously, though, you should be proud of what you've accomplished here. Showcase built its name on ideals of honor and legacy and tradition and greatness, and I think I did them all justice here today. When we honor the past, when we keep the names of legends alive long after they're gone, we show respect to them for their own journeys. And here in the WWE2K26 Showcase, I know we did things a little differently. Hell, there's some people out there that choose to do a full gauntlet instead of taking it one step at a time. Insanity, but that's the point. We only get one go, and if you don't do it as authentically as possible, if you don't do it your way, then why even bother? I built my entire career on that approach. Some love it, some don't, but you can't win them all. And if you try, you will drive yourself crazy. So always do what's in your heart. Always. Thank you for letting me do the whole 2K showcase a little differently. Thank you for always having my back. And thank you for showing that a true underground kid can one day be the most mainstream success, as long as they stay true to themselves. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got a dog waiting for me.